got a bit of setting up to do, but it'll take me a while. It's good enough to get to go. I'll show you. Number 1 is Mikey and Josh.
Yep.
So you can just go in there and either add numbers there.
Yep.
That's your job.
Yeah, what's the +2?
And
If we skip one.
yeah. 2 is Lipper and Jason over there. And swapping, it's just these two.
Just click on them to
So
swap screens.
click on it and then click go.
Alright, so press that.
Yeah. That's that.
So that just puts it onto that screen.
Yeah. So press that and then press that. Press that and that.
Alright, so if I want to swap back, I just go that and that.
Yeah.
Sweet, thank you, mate. Alright, yeah, trying to get all this out of your head.
Yeah, I'm gonna go play.
Oh really? I wanted to
Thanks, mate.
stay around,
Cheers,
but Steph was having none of that.
Good luck. Just been up to my
Do what you want. Yeah, no, we'll be fine, mate. We've got, I think Jamie was dropping down. So, yeah, no, it's fine.
Jamo, how are you, buddy?
STM Jamo.
STM Jamo. Stay tuned, man. Steve Jamo.
I got that message off about 100 people when I've made my first team. But I already knew everyone in Australia playing football. Yeah. It was, mine was sort of like a finally.
I was watching you put the winning shot in the 2012.
Oh.
I was watching it all to try and get
What you,
the atmosphere.
ask these two, what you don't see when I get on that black, Robbo, when I walk past all the boys, I've just walked past, got on it, turning off everything there, in fact I've just walked past just going, yeah.
Even the
Because I've landed that fat up in his head. Best feeling ever, mate. Unbelievable. What's Michael doing?
Well, he's finishing that. I'll do this. I've got to wait for the winner out of this.
Alright, good evening viewers. Welcome to CueballTV. We're at bar 8 for the first round of the finals. Joined by Michael Scary.
How are you, Pete?
Good, thank you, mate. You're playing Timmy Shelton a bit later.
Yeah, that's right. The winner out of these two tables, once the first match is finished, then me and Timmy are up, and our match is a race to 9 for the winner to take 7th spot in the finals, and the loser to play the winner out of the rest of the field tonight.
Yeah, for those, for everyone out there, the top 6 are automatically in the finals, and then the rest of the field, which was 23, I think 22 players, all play off for those last 2 spots. And that all happens tonight. That's why the races are so short. So the first match here, Josh Boyle versus Paul Pike, raced to 3, so it is pretty cutthroat.
It's a good thing too. Everyone gets basically get a second chance. A quick early mistake there by Josh.
Yeah, he's got in, obviously got in well, and he's played that way too wide. So very good opportunity for Pikey here. Can't see him not cleaning up with 2 here.
Well, he just needs to take his time a little bit. I know it's the first frame, and you can get a bit of a rush of blood, but
Well, he's just potted 3 balls in 8 seconds.
this is a thing though.
That was the one he really wanted to make sure of. got to get rid of that rail ball.
So what do you do now? Just knock the one in, the middle one in, and then just pot the one over the pocket, and then leave yourself a little bit of angle to run the red down the rail?
Yeah, I think so. It can go wrong if you leave yourself a bit straight on it. But
yeah, but this, he had a minute to basically play his first shot, and he's already played four balls now and put himself in trouble.
yeah, just trying to find a bit of rhythm.
He's going to top through this.
Yeah. Oh, I think he kept trying to get on the plant then?
Possibly, but he never really got into it.
No, he didn't. Came up off the shot pretty quick.
I think he just needs to back himself here. Just pot this and knock the red in, and that's fine.
That's perfect. You either wanted to be
There,
half
yeah.
ball high or right in the rail.
That's it. So now do you stun this, or you top it through? I'd probably stun it.
I'd just stun it, yeah.
Yeah.
Just
Try
hold
to-
the white even anywhere near the balk line's good.
Come down a few inches. He's topping through it. Doesn't
Yeah.
seem confident.
That's okay. Still should knock this in.
Yeah.
I would have gone round to have a look at it. We'll back him in.
Yeah. If he's going to miss this, I reckon he'll miss it thick. And
a good shot.
No mistake there.
So he made it a bit more difficult than it had to be, but good start.
Yeah, it's amazing how quickly things can escalate out of control if you're not careful.
Absolutely. And the other streamed match tonight, well, the first one, is, as you can see, Michael Zucker and Jason Foster.
And they haven't leveled the table. The camera's been bumped. Table's not level.
Table looks a bit out.
I will get that sorted shortly.
Hopefully they don't notice it. So there you go, it's 7th versus 12th. Bit awkward here. Just trying to take the pocket. Oh, look at that. Just shoot back to the main match.
Can you click back to this so we can just calibrate the camera?
All right. Some technical difficulties. All right. All right. You're not on acid, people. We are actually moving the camera. That's pretty much back to the exact same spot it was in, I think.
It looks right on there. It's wonky on that.
All right, I'll give it a go. I'll be back.
It looks like when you look at that, you're like, yeah, it's full left.
All right. Scary's going to have a crack at it.
That's the draw there. So basically, these guys have got to win 7 matches. These guys have got to win 4. They've got to win.
Yeah, Robbo was just explaining to me the lower you finish, the more matches you got to play. So the guys that finished 7, 8, 9, 10 don't have to win anywhere near as many matches. And the races will get longer. So Zupa, we know he can get a ball inside that red because he played one in there before.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, Robbo.
Table's a little bit skew. It's hard to see. I think we're going to need to get Dan the man to see. It looks alright from over there, but when you look at it on the big screen, it looks like Ricky Emery's doing a bench press on half the table.
If that black goes in the corner, he can get up and down.
Might just be one of those shots where you commit to potting the yellow and just accept the fact you're going to have a bit of a tricky black.
Yeah, I think so.
Try and do a lot with the white here, you find that you miss the yellow.
Yeah, it's a tight enough pocket anyway.
Don't know if you've gone over what this wildcard round is, Pete. Have you and Mick covered it?
Only the basics, mate.
I think the basics. Well, I'll give you the quick rundown. Pretty much.
You are the inventor of the ideas. So.
Yeah. Take a bit of credit for it if it goes well. But I'm pretty sure there'll be two guys happy with it. Pretty much came about when last season I was talking to Pikey, and there was a few weeks to go, and he said to me, "Oh, I've worked out that even if I win my last few, I can't make the finals." And I thought, oh, what I want this league to be about is every week, no matter. Oh, he's got two.
Oh, I wouldn't
okay.
have played that with two.
Yeah, probably would have set that up. I want this league to be about that everyone every week always has something to play for, no matter what, because this league is about us improving as players, playing the better players, always something on the line. So I thought what I'll do is work out a system where the players have still got something to play for towards the end of this season, and that's what the wildcard round is. Basically, 8 players will play in the finals. Hang on, I'm trying to fix up the screen here. Mick's still trying.
That's a great shot from Jason.
Get Dan to do it. 8 players play in finals, but only the top 6 made it straight through the finals. So the players who finished 7th to 24th on the ladder play in this separate tournament, and the higher you finished on the ladder, the further you were seeded through in this tournament. So, for example, Mick, Scary, and Timmy finished 7th and 8th, so they're seeded through all the way through to the final. So Scary will play Timmy. Whoever wins goes straight through into 7th place, and whoever loses out of that will play the eventual winner of all the other matches. So think of it as a double elimination tournament, except players are seeded through into the round 4 and round 7 of the tournament.
So the whole point of doing this was so in the last few rounds of the season, when in normal circumstances people would give up and have nothing to play for, at least they were still playing to finish higher position, which means they'd have less matches to play.
Yeah, that's right. So even if you couldn't make the top 6, and let's say you were 9th or 10th on the ladder, if you win your last match, you might finish 8th, and that will get you a really good seed into the wildcard event. And even if you were, say, 15th on the ladder, if you finished in the top 12, you got a double life and seeded through to round 4. So there was a lot to play for everyone all the way through to the last round.
Yeah, quite a good idea, I thought.
So these guys are they're in the very early rounds. It's best of 5. It'll be best of 5 most of the way, because this all has to get played in one night, and we don't want the last match of the night to start at midnight. So pretty much most of the rounds are going to be best of 5. And that's it's a bit of a short race, but if you think about it, people go to Bury and Adelaide to play best of 5 tournaments as well. So I think these guys have got to win about 7 matches, but can be done.
Well, someone has to do it.
Mick's very proud of himself. He's got the camera right.
He's done all right there. Oh, this is tricky. Bit of an awkward black.
Made a lot easier by the yellow being up on the top there.
Yeah, but he does leave him a shot on it.
Just in or over here.
Oh, it's not going to be in.
Oh,
that's a great opportunity for Pikey.
Just Zupper. Just didn't want to.
That's what I said. You just heard wrong.
Just didn't want to miss it thin there. If anything, you missed that a bit thick, so at least it sits on the right side of the jaw.
So just get this up there with about a foot shorter pace, mate. Either get it inside or a snooker. Leave him no pot either way.
The 6 guys who are in the finals are myself, Steve Jammo, Jamie Stevens, Nick Young, Butters, and Craig Stevens. So those are the 6 who are straight into the finals, and we will start next week with the top 4 getting a double life. It's the exact same format as the AFL Grand Final, the final series. Top 4 getting double life.
And home ground
advantage,
matches, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a good shot.
Yeah, that's a nice shot there.
Hard to tell how far that black's off the cush, but Even if
pretty tight.
yeah, even if it's an inch, it's a tough shot.
I'm probably playing this about half ball, bringing the white over to the right-hand side of the table. Bring the black off a couple of cushions. Don't go in off the middle pocket. Might be having a dip here. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I think,
Left the double on a bit too nice there, but
yeah,
not too bad.
I don't think he'll be too disappointed with that. All right, Pikey and Josh is now 1-all.
So my early predictions from the round 1 section. I think Chuka's the biggest danger there. And then in the next section, we've got Steve Thomas, Dale Watson, Gavin Roberts, and Kevin Malik. Those are the guys who finished 9th to 12th, and they'll be starting off in round 4. Very even with those 4 guys. But I think if Chuka, he's a momentum player. I think if Chuka gets up and going and wins a couple of matches, I think there's a good chance he can go all the way.
He's definitely the most dangerous player left in the field.
So these guys tonight are there's actually a fair bit on the line right now. Not only playing for finals, but with the prize money structure for this league, it's very spread out. So if you finish 8th in this league, I think 8th starts paying at $1,800. So these guys, in effect, the top 2 finalists tonight have won at least $1,800 and can go on to win up to $4,000. So they're playing for a fair bit here. That's why we want to make sure that the very last match of the night isn't starting at midnight. We actually want that to start at the latest 10 o'clock. So we're going to try and hopefully stick to our schedule.
Yeah, 10 o'clock would be a good result.
Yep.
All right, so I'm assuming Josh just gave Pikey 2 shots, which I think was probably a little bit risky there.
I don't really like that because Pikey can have a free go at this yellow, and if he misses, well, they're still actually not that hard to plot out, even if he misses. And if he does want to play safe, it's very easy. So you can kind of do anything here.
Yeah, generally you only do that if there's dead balls or something, but
yeah,
this is... Just be careful where he's running it. That's a sensible shot. He knows that was the only ball that could be even half awkward to get on.
That's it. And now at any point, if this gets dodgy at any point, he can just run the white up to the bottom left corner of the table and play safe. But we'll see what happens.
Just underhit that a little. Just got to stay down on his shot a bit more, Pikey.
Yeah, good shot.
Yeah, good recovery shot. If he can cue through the middle, he'll probably take that.
I'd be playing the one to the left middle, and then the one to the
right top corner.
Yep. And then the yellow to the middle, and then the yellow to the bottom right corner, and then you got the black to the middle. So you're
Pretty
going around
straightforward pattern.
Going around in a circle, like just around a clock, really. Just don't underhit this. You know, you're trying to bring this back a couple of feet. Most people, when they play this, they bring it back 3 inches, and
Yeah, anywhere between the red and where it is now would be perfect.
yeah. Yeah, perfect.
That's fine.
Now again, don't underhit this. You know, just keep making it easy for yourself.
Yeah, you don't want to overhit this now though, because he's could be wrong side. Yeah, that'll do fine.
Well, it looks like going 2-1 up in the race to threes. So depending on the time schedule, it looks like round 1, 2, 3 will be race to threes. Round 4, they're actually having a race to 4 because they're a little bit ahead of schedule. Then round 5 and 6, round 5 will be a race to 3. Round 6 may be a race to 3 or 4, depending on time. Scary and Timmy's match is going to be a race to 9, and they'll be starting as soon as one of these matches are finished, and that'll be a race to 9 because they're way ahead. They're actually in round 8.
Yeah, the loser of that match plays the winner of everything else.
Yep.
And the winner finishes in 7th position.
Yep. And then so whoever loses out of Mick and Timmy will play the last match of the night, and that will be a race to 9. So hopefully everything stays to schedule, and probably won't, but we'll do our best. So these guys will be used to coming here and playing race to 11, so when you're 2-1 down in race to 11, not too big of a deal, but Joshy's 2-1 down to Pikey. Race to 3, very different.
And it's Pikey on the hill.
Yeah, get on the hill very quickly.
Oh, he's just caught it thick enough.
If I'm playing doubles with Zuppa right now in state titles, I'm telling him to cover this pocket. I am not telling him to try and plot out from here.
Well, I don't know, Mark. You could always just roll this in and play the yellow next to the red half ball. It'll go off the other red and you'll break that yellow off the cush.
Extract that one too.
Yeah.
Can even screw back into the black.
How do you not think that was a percentage shot, mate? No,
Well,
you're dead right, though. He's even I would have laid up over the whole end.
if you hit
I'd like to think I would.
I reckon even you would have laid up there. It just required and where does the black go? It required like four good shots in a row.
Yeah, 4 very low percentage shots too, because you know that yellow's probably not on the one touch and the red. I don't think it's on anywhere.
Yeah, not a bad shot there. It's actually sat pretty well if it's covered, because Zuppa can't he can't actually just put the yellow onto the red and recover the pocket that easy, I don't think. So he really wanted that to drop.
Yeah, that's no good. That's a great result for Jace. I might just jump back to the other one, mate, so we don't miss the end of it.
No problem.
All right, I don't think we're in any danger of immediately missing the end of it. Looks like it's got a bit of life in it, this frame. Probably just trying to hide the white up there a bit more than that, Josh. Good opportunity for Pikey here. This is it's got a bit of potential here.
Yeah, what he really needs to do on this shot is at least put his reds into a position where he can legitimately pot out next visit while the yellows are still a bit dodgy.
Yeah, and he's done that.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Yellows are in a lot of trouble here.
Well, Josh needs to pot this red and just try and get up tight on that red without leaving a foul snooker and without leaving him a shot on anything.
Foul snooker.
Well, it may not be. May
Surely.
not be on the middle one.
Surely that's a foul snooker.
Yeah, but if there's an inch between those, it's hard to tell from here.
It is, isn't it? Oh, yeah, he's... Yeah.
It is. So that's real trouble for Josh. But look, it was the right shot. Just tried to get a bit cute with it.
We got the voice in the house. Jamie Stevens has made a appearance here from Ballarat. Cover the matches for us tonight. He's finished a solid 3rd on the ladder, so he'll be playing next week with the double life.
Yes, that'll be Jamie Stevens, Stephen Jameson.
Yes, I think Jamo got him in the round robin stage too. So,
6-0 up on he was.
oh, as Jamie says, 6-0 up. Not easy to come back from there. Jamo's finished 2nd on the ladder quite convincingly too. He's done very, very well this season.
He was lucky all year.
Lucky all year, in the words of a certain player we know. Very lucky. Probably the most improved player in the country over the last year or two, Jamo.
Well, as far as his 8-ball game goes, without a doubt, he's always been a great curist and a very solid snooker player, but he's worked really hard on learning the tactical side of 8-ball, and he's done a great job. Made his first state side. So.
Yeah, and he's a great guy too, and he's already tried to do a lot for the game just in his first couple of years being around it. So He's a great guy. Very happy he made the team. I was had my fingers crossed for him because he's just such a. I know he's going to be such a good teammate, often on the table. So really looking forward to playing with him up in Albury.
No, I'm absolutely stoked for him that he's in the state side. It'll be his game will go to another level again.
Yep.
Good shot from Pikey there. Should be able to drop this in, either get around it or in behind it for in the middle. Probably don't want to play that top red last, to be perfectly honest, though.
Yeah, you. How's playing this red to the bottom left corner pocket, bringing the white off 2 cushions and up towards the red over the pocket?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'd be trying to do, mate.
Well, this is not the ball I'd be taking.
Pikey might try and check this up into the
Is
black.
he trying to cover?
No, he's done what I said. He's tried to check it up
He's
into
just
the black.
overplayed that. He could have done that very natural there, just by bringing the white off a couple of cushions, play the red over the pocket.
Well, to be honest, mate, in his defence, with those 2 yellows up the top, and yellows on rails everywhere, I don't think he's too concerned.
Well,
I'm not saying it was the right shot, but I'm saying he's probably not in any immediate danger. Just an update on one of the other matches. The greatest man in 8-ball in Australia, Dan Lynch, is 2-1 up on Fu.
I tell you what, I played him in my last match, and geez, he played well. He was 8-5 up on me. Just kept mopping up, just kept potting out. I'm sort of was waiting for a miss, waiting for him. He hardly missed a ball. I ended up getting him 11-8, but I think that's other than the loss I had to Mick, I think that's the most frames I lost for the season. Geez, he played well.
That's Georgia, the proprietor of Bar 8, has just turned the music up that loud. Jamie, we might get Jamie to go try and sort that out. It's good coverage there from Josh. And Pikey will do the right thing and either, well, he'll probably just get it out. There's no point.
Yeah, just hit it out. There's no point in competing for that pocket there. You don't need it.
Well, we didn't want to nudge that closer to the hole, but
yeah,
that'll do.
He could have done something else with the white there. He's just hitting the red out, so he could have actually worked out a decent spot on the table to put the white.
You really wanted to not leave him on this ball because he can just knock this over the hole too.
Yeah, just cover this.
And then he's slowly getting a bit of control back in the frame. If he just pushes this over the hole, Pikey's likely to just double the black up the other end.
Yeah, I don't know how well that red's covering the pocket up the top. It's hard to tell.
It looks like there could be room for that to the left yellow to get in there.
If he does cover this and Pikey does play the black up, then Pikey's still got a couple of reds that are in. So you don't. When you're covering a pocket like that, you don't need to cover it absolutely fully. You know, you just
get it on the cush.
Yeah, you're really blocking the pocket. You're not trying to actually cover it completely.
That's a good shot. He's cued that well.
Well, this must go quite nicely then.
Well, this frame's completely different now. After Pikey knocking that ball off the bottom cush, it's his other dead ball. Well, 2 of them could both be open in a second. One of them already is because he can play the plant down the rail here. Just looking a bit hesitant on this. It's a bit unfortunate he's got the kiss on the red there.
Might have to go all out here. Might have to.
Well, if he cuts his, I was going to say if he cuts his and leaves the white over near the top left, he doesn't leave a lot.
I think at least what you want to do, you can play the plant down the rail. I know the yellow's sticking a little bit out, but it might double kiss in.
It will double kiss in for sure, and
then at least
because of that, it's a huge pocket. It's a big target.
At least if Pikey gets down to the black and misses the black, you've freed up your main problem, yellow. So he's played with a bit of pace, double kiss. He's played that well.
Just a bit too well, almost. No, he's still on it. He's all right. So he just needs to come out, pretty much run the white across the black spot here.
Yep.
Don't put too much side on it. You want to just miss that red. That'll do. It's not where he wanted to be, but it's good enough.
Yeah, sort of in between the pot to the middle and pot to the corner.
You've got to make the decision here. Do you try and get across to the rail, or do you try and stay out a bit? Because you need at least 3/4 ball either way on this yellow to get good posse on the black.
Yeah, there's no point in potting this and landing nice and straight on the yellow. You know, you do need a lot of... You need a bit of angle there to get over for the black.
You don't want to have to be belting it.
Might even pot this and bring the white off 2 cushions up and down.
Needs to go, and he's going to have a
Does
horrible
not
angle.
want to be straight. Oh, he's...
Tell you what, it's almost worth just sitting this over the hole.
Yeah, I tell you what.
You're leaving him on the wrong side of the red in the middle.
I think I agree with you there, Pete. I think I'd probably just be laying this up.
For the record, I wouldn't do it in a million years, but it might not be a bad idea.
These tables are they're not real generous potting down the rails. Like they'll go if you hit them nice, but
Yes.
that black you've got to hit it.
Yeah, see, that was absolute lunacy.
Well, as it turns out, it's probably...
Well, he
bit of
would have
luck.
got away with it if he hadn't moved that red. But you think about that, if he had left the white where that yellow was on the cushion, it was a tricky out.
It was, yeah. There's a good chance Pikey would end up getting to the black and maybe having to play a bit of a decent black.
But you still got to back Pikey in. Oh, no, he's played that the smart way. I think the red's a bit far out to play the yellow off it in the middle, unless he smashes it.
Maybe across the table, pot the red in or over, and if it goes in, maybe you can play the black off the red to the middle.
Well,
Yeah, looking at the table, I think that black goes the red off the middle.
Yeah,
If the yellow
it's the way
happens
to go because
in.
you're covering the black. Josh was a bit unfortunate there.
The other table, I'm not sure who won that frame. Who won that frame?
Michael just pointed at the screen and didn't tell us anything. So that was not helpful. Yeah, Pikey really wanted to knock that first one in. And then he pots the other. He gets to run the black down over the yellow. That was the unfortunate thing about where Josh left it. But he's back at the table, yeah, and across the table is the only way to go here, mate.
Yeah.
I don't like this unless you can. Well, he's just going to try and get it in front of the black, but he's so wide it's going to end up close to the black and you get snookered.
Yeah, you're just going to get snookered. Zuppa won that frame. Even if you play a good shot here and do cover the black, so let's say if that did cover the black, and he's just getting snookered this next shot. And now Pikey can play this out and play the black in like an in or over style because the yellow's there. Had to play more of an aggressive shot there, I think. Is Pikey trying to move the black here? I don't agree with that.
Well,
I don't agree, and that's why that was totally unnecessary.
He won't agree with it now. Now he's going to have to roll this in and try and do the same thing again.
Yeah. Just try to make it too easy there. Just had to pot these 3 reds back himself to knock that black in down the rail, and if it covers the pocket, then Josh's yellow's covered. Oh.
That's not a silly shot.
Okay, yeah.
That could be a genius. He might have left him an edge there, which
for a
is
second, and I realised what he's trying to do.
well, you want to leave the edge there so he can't roll up behind it. So that's a good shot. Zuppa did win the second frame, so it's 1-1 with himself and Jason Foster.
And the man's still up 2-1.
Yep.
Fu's had an interesting season. He beat a couple of good players. He went the distance with a lot of them as well.
And he did with me too.
Yeah, he did. He actually did quite well against the top line players, but just lost to a lot of guys that he probably should have beaten.
Yeah, but what
That's
he
a nice
has
shot by Josh.
what he has done, which he hasn't done for 15 years, is he's potting blacks.
That's
Now that he's potting blacks, he's dangerous.
a bit of an important part of the game.
I reckon the first 27 frames I played against him in my life, he's potted out and missed a black against me. That might be a little bit of an exaggeration, but it wouldn't be far off. That's a good shot from Josh. Got the pace very nice, trusted the table, lunatic.
Probably, yeah, just glancing off this one in the middle of the table and putting the white up sort of near the nameplate.
I don't mind just pushing this red up towards the corner and leaving him a quarter ball on it.
Yeah,
you can't hide.
You don't want to leave him total snookered. You'd rather him just to limit his options. You'd rather him just be able to see just a little bit.
And you really need to leave him to the right hand side as we're looking on it. so he
Yep.
can't play off the cushion and pot it.
That's it.
Number one, he's fucking tan for fiberglass cast at the moment.
Just don't kill the red. That's the last thing
Yeah,
you
well,
wanted to
he's
do.
played the exact shot I said. He's just hit the hell out of it. And he could have close to half ball on this.
My dad to the right of us, arguing with Mick about Mick's last name. Mick and my dad saying, "So what's your last name?" And Mick Scary saying, "Scary." My dad's saying, "No. What is it really?" Oh, it was on. Okay, I didn't know that was on.
There you go.
So Pikey really let this one go. Just
He
made a couple of bad decisions.
He had some good opportunities
Still
there.
there?
So
Where's
okay,
Jamie? Where's Jamie hanging about? Where is the voice? Get him on. Where's he going?
all right. Super
he's
and
over.
Jason just finished another frame.
3. Where? Oh, it's not meant to be race to 4. Can we change this, Pete? It says race to 4.
Yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to change that, mate.
Oh, I thought you knew how to do it.
I know how to change the scores. Sorry,
Maybe if we scroll down here.
technical idiot.
Scroll down there a bit. A bit more.
No,
There we go. Pete's just hacking the system here.
yeah. Sorry if anything goes wrong, everyone.
Nice break there by Pikey. Does have a good break when he wants to. Here he is, the voice.
When he controls the wide, he's got a huge break.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a lap around the room. Going to get Australia's #1 commentator and #1 commentating team. Jump on the mic. Yes, you've driven all the way from Ballarat here. I'm not going to have you sit on the sidelines. All right.
Talk to you later, mate. Thank you.
Enjoy the pool. It's going to be a long night.
Okay, and it's a very warm welcome to my old sparring partner, Jamie Stevens.
How are you, ladies and gentlemen? I have made the trip for the fun that is 8-ball commentary.
It's all about the pool, mate.
Water? I don't drink anymore.
So Robbo's just going to get us a drink, what the good bloke he is.
This match has the potential to really draw out horribly, slowly, or if Pikey gets flowing, could actually open up and blow out.
It's only race to 3.
Oh, I was not aware of that. I thought it would just be race to 11. So this frame here is clearly crucial to the match.
Whoever wins this is favourite.
Well, Pikey is definitely favourite now. Ball on the rail, massive pocket with the red assisting its ease into the pocket. And you would expect him to just drop this in the middle and leave the white ball pretty much where the yellow is and then stun across side rail. And he'll want to be just off so he can stun off that and play the black in the bottom right.
I reckon he'll leave the one on the rail to last for sure. Because it's almost unmissable. Oh no, I've said it.
Yeah, it's just all about getting just not dead straight on this.
Just float across, Jamie.
Float across. That's under hit. That is under
That's
hit.
perfect, mate. Just a little bit of running come across for the middle pocket.
You reckon it goes past that red in the middle, do you?
Yeah, all day long, mate.
Well, he has.
Well, I don't think it'll go in there now.
It's a bit no man's
Like,
landish.
he might actually.
Surely he'll take this up to the top right.
Oh, you can't put it over the middle because if it stays there, you're possibly leaving something to play the 2 dead reds off.
He's surely got to go top right here. Just back his queuing and
Be a little bit nervous on this one. He threw the last one away a couple of times, so I reckon he's going the cut.
I reckon you're right, but I reckon this is the wrong shot, unless it goes in, of course. Got to hit it low to avoid the in-off in the other centre as well. He's done that, but he's missed the pot.
Overhit it. It's in a good spot. And it's not the worst result ever either.
No, he can play the bottom ball near the nameplate, though, and just you have to hit it reasonably thin.
I'll tell you, I'd be more inclined to play the one near the middle.
Just kick it off.
Yeah.
I didn't actually think you could hit that, but you might be right.
I reckon you can. You've got to control your pace a bit more, but I think that's, the one on the bottom rail's reasonably potable if you're on it.
Yes, you can see him look at it now, and he's basically saying, I want to land pretty much just before the corner pocket.
Well, he can't go wrong unless he overhits it. The
Also-
red he's playing is going to cover anyway, so...
Yeah, exactly. He's going to create a larger wall by flicking off the red that he's about to hit. He's played it well.
It's a good shot. That's 3-1 to Michael Zupper, so commiserations to Jason Foster.
I'll tell you what, Butters, I had no idea these were all race to threes. I'm actually pretty rapt that I'm not playing in this.
Well, we need to get through it all tonight, mate, so... If we had race to 11s, we'd be here all tomorrow night.
True.
Oh, God, he must have missed that by a coat of paint.
And once again, not the worst leave in the world. I mean, there's still a pot available, bottom right, but...
Yeah, he just needs to take his time here and have it. You really want to have a contingency plan in these situations.
Yeah, I think this was where Josh actually sometimes doesn't quite map the air out properly. And this is probably, if I was going to criticise, would be his biggest area of improvement.
And that'd be all his coach, I believe, Jamie.
Might be. But at the moment, he already needs to know exactly how he's going about this out. And if it doesn't go according to plan, then obviously a reassessment's required. But he's decided he's going to promote this in one shot, go out with his other. I don't know why he doesn't play this ball that's sort of bottom right.
Well, look. He's... Oh, that's why.
That's a very good shot.
That's a fantastic shot.
The thing is, though, I guess the reason I didn't like it is because if he misses that ball...
Well, the reason I didn't like it is because I didn't think it was on. But now that it's on, I'm happy with it.
These will be race to threes. That's race to four. This one we're not sure depending on time.
This is a really tough shot not to overcut.
To be honest, Butters, I don't reckon I'd take this pot on. I'd almost play the plant and just open them all up.
It's not a bad idea.
Bring the white ball down past the black. And that's exactly what he's done. Very good shot.
Well, he's been a bit stiff. Mind you, he's got a huge pocket, so you just take the one in the middle, leave the white pretty much where it is and you're home.
He's probably just overhit it a touch, if anything.
But with the big pocket, I don't think it matters. Actually, to be perfectly honest, if he hadn't overhit it, he'd have to take the one over the hole, then he wouldn't have the big pocket.
Yeah, exactly right.
Now he's overhit that, but he can just stun back for the other one.
He might just float down.
Oh, gotta love the
I reckon
float.
he'll play it down. I think he'll just play it down just for peace of mind. Sometimes when you're
He's hit that well.
yeah, sometimes when you're in a position like that, and if you stun off it, you land and leave them fat on the black. In your mind, you're thinking, "Oh, if I run through this, I leave a hard shot." It's a mindset thing that makes you feel more confident.
I'll tell you what he's done here, though. He hasn't floated down, and because of that, he's overrun it, and he's left himself almost in no man's land. He might need to punch this in the middle and come back off the cush, which is not how you want to play it.
Yeah, if it's touching, you're right. He's not liking it heaps.
Unless he drills it up the top and leaves the white sitting on the back cush.
I think you're right. I think score off the side rail if it's not on just by potting it, dropping it in. He's played it. Oh, he's missed the pot.
Well, look, good on him for having a dip at it, but I don't think that was the right shot.
He did move a lot on the shot too. He probably had to stay still.
Talking about staying still, he'll cut this.
You're right.
Take the closest pocket when in doubt, mate.
Tell you what, the path to in off.
Oh my God, how is that not dropped?
The path to win off is there.
Well, if he had knocked it in, it wouldn't have gone in off.
No, that's true. Actually thought he belted that too, even though it's just set over the hole. It hit the jaw really thick, so it didn't look like it was hit as hard as it was.
Dan Lynch is 2-all with Fu.
Now Josh, all he's got to do is just hold his nerve for one shot.
Dan's gone down 3-2, mate, so the legend of 8 ballers.
I actually watched him get a horrible kick as well to pot out that frame too, so I think he might have been a bit stiff.
Well, let's face it, if Dan lost, he must have been unlucky.
And Josh has used the red accordingly and just needs to screw back to the side, anywhere off the cushion on the right-hand side of the table. Just doesn't want to be on the cushion.
We'll leave it hard on the cushion and run it up.
That's played nicely.
And just don't overhit it.
Don't even think there's any off here. I think it's too thin. I think it's pretty much going to hit the rail almost straight away. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I cannot believe that.
This could be the greatest strawberry I've ever seen.
That is actually one of the top 3 best strawberries in Australian 8-ball history.
I don't know if you saw it, Jamie, but Kevin Malik versus Steve
I did see
Jamison
it.
10 all the other week is the biggest strawberry I've ever seen in my life.
That's the second biggest I have actually seen. I hate to say his name because, you know, he might be watching, but I saw Ronnie George have a black right over the hole so deep that it was impossible to miss, and he was queuing up off the blue spot and miscued and jumped the white ball and didn't pot it.
Oh my God.
That's the biggest strawberry I've ever seen.
We won't describe Kevin Malik's one against Jamo, but it was freakish.
It was unbelievable.
All right, I'm going to take a fiver and rejoin you in a minute, mate. So, just quickly, Pikey has gotten up over Josh. Michael Zupper's gotten up over Jason Foster. Fu Lamb's got up over Dan Lynch. And that's it.
All right, we'll be back when some more matches go on. You'll go into a favourite. But like I said, either one or two people in the centre. There won't be a middle guy who turns up. It'll either be just someone that's fucking on fire or someone that's just not 60. On the table.
It'll be usually a cross game on Saturday. What are they playing to?
I've got no idea.
I have a feeling it's nine.
Righto, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have not only some 8-ball entertainment, but some body language entertainment because Travis Martin, the chook dog, has entered the camera stage. And we will update those names very shortly. On other matches, and this is actually a fairly large match, you have Tim Shelton and Mick Skerry, not 100% sure what the race is for this one because race to 9 by looks of it, because these guys finished just outside the 6 that don't have to play this week. And this may very well be a focus match because I believe this has potential to be an excellent match. Timmy is, in my opinion, one of the best players that I've ever seen play the game when he was at his best. I honestly, and I think it's fair to say that he's not at his absolute best anymore, but he's dangerous, especially when he is not fatigued. He does suffer a little bit now from fatigue after a bit of time. And that's due to a few various reasons, but when he's not fatigued and he's going well, he's extremely dangerous, very creative, and can run a few racks very quickly. And this man here hasn't probably played to his best for the whole season, but will be looking for some of that form that won him the Australian title last year. And I think Mick will have something to prove here as well. And straight away Mick said, well, you know what? You're right, Jamie. I'm going to tee off and I'm going to pot out. And Robbo rejoins commentary to watch his favourite person in the room play. Other than me, of course.
Of course. I just always get frustrated when I watch Mick play.
And Mick is still sporting the vest. He says he likes it. It feels good.
He's hardly won a match in it though.
Yeah, well, he actually beat me in it.
Oh, did he?
He did.
He must have forgot he was wearing it. All right, just done the lap around the room explaining to everyone how many matches they've got to win. Everyone looked pretty sad.
Yeah, like I was just saying earlier, Rob, I'm pretty rapt at this. I'm not involved in this. This race to 3 is pretty cutthroat.
Yeah, well, if you finished below the 8, if you finished below the 12, then you're going to get stuck in these race to 3s. But the main focus that I wanted to have when designing the format for tonight was the most important match is the last match of the night. That's the eventual, so whoever loses out of Timmy and Mick, whoever they end up playing, that to me is the most important match of the night. And that in effect is at least an $1,800 match. Finish 8th then. Sorry, Mick's calling us over. Yeah, so that match is, if they qualify, $1,800, and if they go and win it, win up to $4,000. So there's a lot on the line there. So we don't want that match to be starting late. 10 o'clock at the latest, we're hoping for. So as long as these matches keep ticking over, it'll be all good.
So this one here, race to 3 as well. The Chook Dog, like I said, I don't mind watching Chook play because it's a bit of a shame. I don't know how clearly you can see him on the screen at home, but I love watching his body language around the table. He just cracks me up.
He is an entertaining player to watch, and he's providing he wins his next couple of matches. I think he's a big chance to get through all the matches.
That's a very good shot. Probably, when he is forced to take a long ball now, probably unless he can chop this off the yellow. But a good promotion shot because that red was absolutely dead in the water. And he's still got a lot of work to do here though with this other red that's to the right of the yellow here.
Yeah. If anyone can do it, these creative shots, Chuka can definitely make it.
To be honest, Robbo, I'm half tempted to just flick off the bottom side of this red and just nestle the white in the jaws and just not leave him a shot at all.
Yeah, that's more the style I'd be playing as well, but I don't think you'd be seeing Chuka do any of that stuff.
If he pots this, he's a big show, but it hasn't.
I think it was going. I think it actually rolled off a little bit there. So Timmy and Mick is a race to 9, and that's pretty much a race to 9 because it's the winner of that goes into finals and win lots of money and all the glory. But they've got a lot more time as well, because whoever loses that match will probably have to wait about an hour or so. So we thought we might as well make that a long match.
So Foos just said, well, I'm going to make sure this red goes nowhere. And, I mean, he also has a dead yellow on the side rail that he needs to deal with. Doesn't really double because there's a red in the path. And actual fact, I still think Chuka will have a dip here. I think he's going to feel like he's forced to take this on.
Well, that red in bottom left can move the yellow, and maybe that will create a path for the red on the bottom middle of the table to go in the bottom left corner pocket.
Yeah, if he does choose to play that shot, we'll have to hit with a bit of pace because you can't just flick off it a little bit because it's just going to stay on the bottom rail. You've actually got to force it off the bottom rail a bit, so he's going to have to give it a bit. And at that angle...
I'm still playing some sort of safety shot.
I think while that yellow's on the rail, I'm sort of thinking about having a dip here. I mean, when I look at the table, there's not exactly a mountain of safety available. Now, the reason I don't like the way Chuka's gone about this is because he is now putting all his eggs in one basket with this cannon that he's going to be playing for at the end. Whereas if he had taken that cut on earlier and tried to clear the yellow, he would have had other balls that he could link to.
Yeah.
So even now, I'm playing this and I'm screwing off the ball over the pocket. Look at this shot. I should just shut up. And he's actually been really unlucky.
That's actually really, really stiff there to land there. All sorts of goodness could have happened there. Not a lot of absolute dreadful stuff. So that's actually really bad luck.
Still feel, though, the ball that was near the yellow on the left side, he could have screwed off that, clear the yellow, screw up the table, and he's got the red over the middle that he can actually then go up and down, or if he screws back far enough, he can come back down to the red in the corner. So
that's the path I would have gone. It takes out the inconsistencies of... Oh, look at this.
No, it's just... I reckon that's just drifted a touch on him as well, but now he's left a massive pocket for that yellow down the cushion.
Well, Dan's just taking a big swig of my drink and basically thrown up in it. He wasn't too impressed with the CC and dry. How could you get them mixed up? I got a CC and dry in a stubby, and you got a draft or something. Oh well. So Chuka can play all the big shots as the guys already in the finals, but probably just lacks consistency. The guys in the finals are myself, Jamo, Jamie Stevens, Nick Young, Craig Stevens and Butters. Just probably all a bit more consistent with what they try and do than Chuka.
Not a horrible lineup.
No, not too bad.
So
Yeah.
Foo's actually got to cut this in fairly thin and take the white ball up the table. What's happened there, Dan? Oh, sorry.
He's just putting up the draw.
Oh, that's not the greatest shot from Foo. He would love to have played that again. Touching ball won't be the worst result of all time. And, geez, they were quick to make that decision, so it mustn't be touching. Because Chuka would have had a closer look at it if it was, so I'm going to assume that he has to hit this. And decides to cut the path off to the one red that I guess he can pot. This one here, not a lot you can do with it that he can hit. And I know this sounds silly, but you're almost forced to play the miracle up and down shot here as well. Although they may be able to just chip the red over and not push the yellow over the pocket too much. In fact, yes, that is the shot. Even coming off the back cushion and promoting it's a better shot than what the first shot I said.
What's happened here?
So he's going to try and push this red over. Yeah, that's a good shot, but Foo can probably just push this yellow a little closer to the pocket.
Just nestle it in a bit more.
Seen so many people pot these accidentally.
Yep. Just trying to block the red, really.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be perfect, does it? As long as it stops the red from going in. And Foo's maybe he thinks it doesn't go as it is. He's just looking at his ball on the cushion.
Well, if this red doesn't go, then you just clip off the yellow that's on the cushion, bring the white up to sort of where he's standing now, and have all your yellows ready to pot out next shot.
I'm actually thinking if this doesn't go now, I'm taking a pot on, and you might be on the other yellow.
That's craziness. All you kids these days. See, look, good boy. Just don't quite go hit it like that.
Oh, it's actually perfect.
Yeah, you crazy kids these days, you just want to pop balls all the time.
Looks scary is 2-0 up on Timmy Shelton.
He didn't say who was 2-0 up, but because he's raced over here to tell us, I'm going to assume he means himself.
But Dan says, no, I'm not giving you a frame. I'm giving Timmy 10.
Timmy's up 10-2. 2-0 to Mick.
So if you're Foo here, Robbo, what do? I try and, sorry, not Foo, if you're
Chuka.
I'm trying to cover the yellow.
Smother.
Yep.
I'm almost hitting this red full ball. Not quite full ball, a touch to the right, and just try and smother this red. I'm just trying to live another
This
shot.
shot's loss of frame if you don't get it right.
It might be good.
That's a very,
Ooh,
it's still a very good shot. It's created some confusion.
No matter what happens here, that's a good shot. He's a good chance to live to fight another day. That's all you're trying to do there.
Now, Foo can actually pot this. He can screw off the red that's next to it, get up, stay on the left-hand side of the table. And if he can get centre table, he'll have a choice of 2 balls. But if he can't hit the yellow thin enough, because the red's in the way, then Chuka's actually got a pretty good result out of that.
Yeah, if you're not sure that this will go in, I think you got to play safe. I think you got to play the red in the middle, yellow in the middle of the